So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
She said, baby, what you talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Say less. Talking softly, slowing us down. Say less. Say less.
Stop the room when you walking. You let your hips do the talking. You leaving me ain't no options. Say less. Say less.
Say less.
Stop the room when you walking. You let your hips do the talking. You leaving me with no options. Say less. Say less.
Say less. Say less. Say less.
After the races, innovative energy is contagious. Pick up the paces, one for the ages. Ain't no debating, we gonna make it. Hey, hey, back to the basics. Dedicated, breaking out of the matrix. Levitated, flying higher than spaceships. Elevated, celebrated. Woo, woo. I got the power. Woo, woo. I got the power. Hey, hey, you ain't never seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this. Look at me go. We about to blow, act like you know. Hey, we on the road, look at me go. Hey, bringing it home, we in the zone. Hey, 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 look at me go. Now you see me, now you don't. If you didn't know, now you know. No, perseverance, my cologne. You can see I got it on. Hold up, wait, stop. You can meet me at the top. I got the magic like a genie in a bottle, baby. I'ma give you what you want. Hold up, wait, stop. Sign my name on the dot, okay. Man, I'm coming in hot, okay. I gotta give it all I got. Yes, I'm living the dream. I'ma make it for the team. I want the gold and the green. Greatest that you ever seen. I got the power. Woo, woo. I got the power. Hey, hey. You ain't never seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this. Look at me go. Hey, we about to blow, act like you know. Hey, we on the road. Look at me go. Hey, bringing it home. We in the zone. Hey, 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 hey. Look at me go. Running it up. Running it up. Look at me go. Look at me go.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. Takes it to about the 37. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
Well, they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now Howell. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he's got some space here.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
25 yards there on the catch and run. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
The Raiders had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
They'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. 14 yards that time for number 14.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get 1st downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
And Howell will throw it. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Up the middle, Achane.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Back to throw, Howell.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's 1st score here this afternoon.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
To the air with McCarthy.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Al down to throw it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll give this to Achane.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Howell.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove, because any guy's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. These two teams all tied after one. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is McCarthy. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Throwing here, Howell.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Howell out of the shotgun.
And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help, Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to them. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you try to have a few men in the box there.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Achane gets it from the gun. Fighting through. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Howell.
And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown.
Brock Bowers.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Here's McCarthy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now 2nd and 3.
Throw left side, complete to Harry. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Catch is made by Harry. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
They get this out left, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. N'Keal Harry, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground.
Down the left sideline. He may go. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Devon Achane as the Is winding down, and the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw. McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. McCarthy. He lets one go deep for Addison. And this one is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Vikings 14.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy.
Going back to the same well, it's Hawkinson again.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Second and a couple.
Back to throw again. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Here's Brooks.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Pierce is in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And some room to roam now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Catch is made by Herring.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Brooks.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
From the gun on 3rd down. McCarthy.
That is caught. And he will have a Vikings first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
He'll find Harry on the right side. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
This 2nd and 4. Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass.
That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice consistent gain.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. In motion goes the tight end.
They'll run here with Pierce.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dameon Pierce, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 4th-quarter lead.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bowers.
And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Howell. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet, but you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. This is caught at the 20. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here's a 2nd and 7. Howell down to throw it.
Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Howell to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Brock Bowers.
His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game.
And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And it's a fumble.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
He's back to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Here's 1st and 10. Handoff left side, Pierce.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Here comes 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dive, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dive?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the neck, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. This is 1st and 10. Here's Howell. They set up the screen. Achane has it.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And Howell will throw it.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Howell.
Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had...
So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the
40-yard line. Great return. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Now he's going to go up top over the middle. Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewisine. And the Vikings are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Boy, CD, they went with the aggressive play call, taking a shot downfield here on the first drive of overtime. Unfortunately for them, it backfires with the interception.
Yes, that aggressiveness sometimes comes with a price tag, doesn't it? You take the big shot downfield, trying to end the game right here. But they were ready for it, made the play, and now they have their opportunity to come down and kick a field goal and get this one over with.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
One team squandered opportunity. It's another team's chance to win this thing. They forced that clutch turnover, and now all they need is a field goal here to win this ball game.
Could not be set up much better, could they? A takeaway on defense. Now it's up to that offense to find a way to put themselves in position for the game-winning points. Touchdown, field goal, they don't care. Just find a way to win it.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer. But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. McCarthy operating from the gun. This one swung out here to Jones.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it.
Malcolm Kuntz there on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. Once again, it's Brooks.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here is third down and 4. A run out of the gun with Brooks.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home, so much